Hi there, my name is Christopher and I'm making a video review for this Space Marine Heroes. Actually, I'm not doing this normally, so please excuse you don't want to know my shitty setup here for making this video. But since I thought there might be quite an interest in these, I thought I will just make a video review of Space Marine Heroes. Well, I'll start with saying something about Space Marine Heroes and what it is. For you who play Warhammer 40k, you know that there are the Space Marines, and Games Workshop, the company who manufactures Warhammer 40k and all the Space Marines, which is a kick-ass game, especially the new edition. They had the idea, what would be if we just produce a limited edition of figurines we only sell in Japan? Well, yeah, they started to do that. And yeah, they started to sell the Space Marine Heroes in Japan and not in the rest of the world. Luckily, I got hold of a display of these Space Marine Heroes, and yes, I will now start to explain a little bit. Actually, it seems to be a tradition in Japan to collect these collectible figurines. They are with how do you say that, with Hello Kitty and Super Mario and other stuff, and these are like collectible figurines, Space Marine Heroes, and it's clearly a starter product. Games Workshop wants to hook young people in the hobby, and as you can see, actually, I'm, if you are wondering, I'm German, but I thought I'll do this in English because there might be a bigger interest in doing that in English. As you can see, the boxes all look the same. Yeah, actually, I have here the all 12 boxes. The display has 24 boxes, and the question you might ask is, are all 12 Space Marines in the boxes? Yes, they are, but you cannot see a difference. So if you are a collector, if you want to have like all the Space Marines, you can see them here. There are 10 Space Marines and 2 secret Space Marines. Actually, that's one with a plasma, or the English word, not the plasma cannon, the smaller one, the plasma rifle, I think, and with a heavy bolter. They are all included in a display twofold. So if you're a collector, you should get a hold of a whole display, because if you just buy them otherwise in Japan, you will have the probability to get doubled. So be advised, get a whole display, so you will be sure that you have all the Space Marines. I translated that here on the back with Google Translate. Surprisingly, Google Translate is very good with Japanese, and it does say that is like snap fit, and you can put them together without glue, and yada yada yada. And here are the usual, how do you say that? Yeah, the usual precautions that you can eat it, and you know what I mean. So, and this here, and that's interesting, does say that this is like series 1. So maybe we will get a series 2 or something like that, when Games Workshop in all its glory comes to the idea that maybe it would be wise in times of globalization to sell their product in all countries and not just Japan. Dear Games Workshop, it's like really a pain in the ass always to get people who live in Japan, or like last year when you released Captain Centaurs, to get Captain Centaurs from Canada or the US, and so on and so on. If you make special figurines, make them available all over the world. Pretty pleased. So I think I teased you long enough, and I will just open the box. And inside the box we have the sprue. This is, I guess, the guy with a plasma rifle. And then we have here something like a trading card with the name Brother Prometor. And there is a Japanese description what Brother Prometor does and how he rolls. And I don't speak any Japanese, I cannot read it, I have to translate it, but as I said, Google Translate is very good with it. Then you have here a trading card. I think you don't see it in the video, but it's like all shiny. And then you have here like stats, which are interestingly not the stats we are used to with the new edition or the last edition. I think it's just like for schoolyard trading, like you say, okay, what is the firepower of your brother, and then you say, oh, it's 9, and then, oh gosh, I lost against you, and now we have to trade figurines, and so on. Then there is here this little booklet, which is basically just a list of all the Japanese Warhammer stores. And then there is the assembly manual. Let's have a look at this. It says here Space Marine Heroes, and here you have the assembly instructions. And here you have the 3D rendering of the assembly we are now used to by Games Workshop. Thank you for that. As somebody who plays this game since the 90s, it's always nice to see how you are developing as a company. As you can see, and that's quite interesting, there are 2 choices for the head, and this is with every figurine. So you can decide to use the guy with the helmet or without. I always build my Space Marines with helmet, because even in the 41st millennium, I think it's a bad idea to go to the battlefield without a helmet. The people who know the movie Starship Troopers maybe know why. So let's come to the figurine. What do we have here? You cannot see it because my lighting is really bad. I have to excuse again for the bad lighting situation here. I'm trying if I can make light with my, actually I'm doing this with my iPhone, and I cannot make light with my iPhone. Okay, we have here the base, and we have here, no, you cannot see, you can't possibly see this. I have to, yeah, I brought some additional lighting, which just makes it slightly better, but you get an idea of the figurine. It's produced like all Games Workshop stuff, except of the scenery in Great Britain, and you would see that if the lighting would be good enough. Yeah, as you can see, Games Workshop Limited 2017. Then you see that you have like a scenic base, which is a scenic base made for this figurine only. It's not like the bases we now know, like for this Sector Imperialis or this other stuff. And we can see here on the base they are quite detailed. I guess it's a Termagant head, and it's, what is it? What does it say? It's an not identifiable part. I guess it's duct. This here seems like duct. And here are the 2 head options. I'm trying to make it a little bit more visible for you. As you can see, yeah, these are the standard special weapon guys. Helmet here with a respirator, and here with a helmet with a little bit, with an extra eye for it to make it look more flashy. And there we have the torso, and we have the back. And this is, as you can see, just a normal Space Marine. Nothing special like figurine wise, but so I can put up the lighting here too. That's quite interesting. Nothing. This seems to be, now I know what is on the ground. This seems to be like a cartridge. This is a cartridge for like the plasma gun. And here is like an empty cartridge. Yeah, okay. So you can see this guy with this plasma gun is really busy in pumping plasma into the enemies of the Empire, of the Imperium. And yeah, that is that. As you can see, the detail is like nice and crisp. So you can see here, it's really nice and crisp. You can hear, like I'm scratching over it, that there is like really texture on it. So it's good Games Workshop quality. This is like a standard plasma gun. This is like a standard backpack, and this is like, yeah, as I said, a standard Space Marine. I should say that what is really interesting, and it says that on the package too, that you can get these parts out of the sprue without using a knife. As you can see, the sprue here is like really it's just a really small connector, so you won't have any problems in pulling this out just with your finger. And I guess, and I just show you just for comparison, this is the sprue, for example, for the Space Marine, how do you say that, the company champions like Apothecary and so on. And here you see the connectors are much bigger. You should need a tool for getting these out of the sprue, compared to this, which is like, yeah, really thin. So with a little bit of force, you could just get them out. And that is that. Yeah, these are the Space Marine heroes. And I should say, Games Workshop wouldn't be Games Workshop if they wouldn't like add another miniature which is not in the display. And there are no, I translated everything in the manual, and there is no hint how you get him. This is Brother Captain Tassarius, and he is a limited figurine. I think this says it's limited. I translated it before. This says it is limited, and this just says Brother Tassarius in Japanese, and this is for more information, please go to our website. I would be like really interested how to get him. Maybe it's you buy all the guys, and if you bought all the guys and have them, you can buy here the Brother Captain, or there will be another event in Japan where you can get him. And here in the booklet, it's the same in every package. It's you can just mark which brothers you already have and which brothers you will need. As you can see, there are like these both brothers, Brother Torite and Brother Prometor, which are like yeah, I don't know, they say here reinforcement. You know, a normal tactical squad can just contain like 10 Space Marines, and these are like to change your heavy weapons guy or the special weapons guy. And as you can see, these are all quite dynamic poses, yeah, except of this one, which is like quite the generic Space Marine guy, and this one is quite a generic Space Marine guy too. This one reminds me a little bit to the Iron Hands guy from the Deathwatch Kill Team box. I have forgotten his name, but he looks a little bit like this. Yeah, this is like the generic guy with the rocket launcher. This guy here actually is cool. He has like an Auspex and a special backpack and quite a dynamic pose. it's just yeah, you can see it's quite a range. And let's talk price. I read in the internet it is 750 yen, and I thought, wow, would be quite a price for a Games Workshop product, because 750 yen is like €5.40, and it is one Space Marine hero costs, if you buy him in Japan, 750 yen, like 540. So the display comes at like round about 137 euros if you are able to get it. Yeah, and this is it. So I will just show you some other guys, and please, if you are interested in seeing the whole collection, write me some comments, write me a mail, and I will come to that and show you the rest. This guy is, I guess, the sergeant of the squad. Let's see at the trading card, which is here. This is Brother Sergeant Sebastus, a bearded guy, looks a little bit space wolfy, but he is an ultramarine. And here we have his stats. And as you can see on the miniature, the chapter details and everything are not like, how do you say that, modeled. So if you would like to paint them from another chapter, you could do that. He's equipped with like a chainsword and a graph pistol. I will try to make this again. I have to excuse for this. I'm normally not doing this. And he has a graph pistol, which is nice, and two different head options. And it's not focusing on the sprue. I have to excuse again, but you are getting an idea. Yeah, that was that. If you liked this video, just give me some nice feedback within the comments. And if you want to see like the whole collection, please let me know. I will show. And I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked the information. I think I said everything. 750 yen a package. If you want all, try to get a sealed display, because if you buy them single-handedly, you wouldn't know where is the difference, and then it could get you like a little bit more money than the 750 yen times 50 times 12. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, for your interest, and have fun. And please, Games Workshop, if you watch this video, it would be so cool and so nice if you just release the Space Marine heroes very fast in the rest of the world, because I think there is a demand. There is a demand for these miniatures, because as soon as you bring something special and new out, especially if it's Space Marines, the people want to have it. And the people have means to get it, even if it's in Japan. So, thank you very much. I hope this was instructive, and have fun. And yeah, we'll maybe see us or hear us again. Thank you very much.